Thank you for tuning into my channel. I have a quick project today, so if you want to see how to make this sweet baby quilt, please stay tuned. I'm really excited to share this project with you today. It is super simple, but I think it's really effective, and I think that what I'm going to make is going to be just adorable. So when I was down visiting my mom, I found one of the first quilts that I had actually made. I'm going to put a picture of the front of that quilt and the back of that quilt here in the video. What I did at the time was I think that I took upholstery fabric and I stitched it with another fabric. It was probably like remnants that I had found at Joann's or something, and I created a little four-patch out of that, and then I put a border around it. And it was so simple, so easy. I used, instead of batting, I used one of those fleece blankets, and I just kind of cut it and used that for the inside of the quilt, which meant I didn't have to do a lot of quilting to it. And what I want to do is recreate that quilt today. If you need like a really simple baby quilt and you have like a little bit of yardage, you probably could do this with fat quarters if you have like 4 fat quarters and then a little bit of fabric for a quick border. It can be a really simple quilt that I'm going to do today. So I pulled the fabrics here that I'm going to use. That was my rotary cutter. I have these 2 fabrics that I'm going to put together. I'm not really sure how coordinated they look on camera because to me it could be a little better coordinated, but I'm just going to go with it because it's what I have and I think it's going to be cute anyway. This print fabric is actually, it's called Best Friends Forever by Tammy DeYoung for General Fabrics Co. I don't know. But it had a really cute selvage, so I pulled that off. And that's here, and then I'm going to use this solid yellow to contrast with it. And then for my border, I pulled this pink floral. I have a dear friend who loves pink and yellow together. It is not my preferred color choice, but she just adores it. And when I saw these together, I thought of her. So I'm going to make this this quilt top. And I think this video is going to be in 2 parts so that you can see like a really super simple way to do it. First, this video, I'm going to make the quilt top. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to turn it into a quilt in a way that's really simple and easy. Now, the first thing I need to do is get this fabric cut. So I'm actually going to cut 4 big squares. And to make it really easy for myself, I'm going to use my the largest square that I have, which is my 15-inch square ruler. And I'm going to cut my squares to 15 inches. It doesn't really matter whatever size you want. I think that my original, it may have been as big as 18 inches just to get a decent sized quilt. But I think that these are going to give me enough, the 15-inch will give me enough of a big square, and it will allow me to use one width of fabric for the borders. That way you don't have to do a lot of cutting and stitching together for the borders. So let me cut this into 15-inch squares, and then I'll show you how we can put it together. Alright, so here is the design that I'm going to do. I'm just going to fold this over, stitch along the side, both of these, and I'm going to press toward the dark. I'm going to call the print my dark so that my seams nest. Then I'll fold the top to the bottom, stitch it across, and we'll have a 4-patch. The 4-patch is completed, and I think it's pretty cute. I did have one little part that wasn't quite right. This, I had the yellow fabric on the bottom, and I feel like the machine pulled it a little bit too much. So I'm just going to take my ruler and chop this little bit off, and then put the borders on. So let me show you, give you a little preview of the border here. I hope it frames it out nicely. Okay, and you can see how wide the border is. So even after I put it on either side of this, like once I put this one on, then it won't be, I still won't have to piece the border. I can do it all in little single pieces. So I'm going to snip this little bit off and then put the borders on, and I'll show you the completed top. So I have the quilt top completed. The border is all around it, and I think it just looks really sweet. I will finish this one up next time. If you'll stay tuned, you'll see how you can finish a quilt top like this with very little extra effort. Okay, so and you don't even have to worry about binding, which is amazing. If you have any questions about this quilt top, please leave them in the comments below. Thumbs up this video, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!